have to go wherever the bus takes me in Disney World. Bus Roulette, a game that Fry Bucket invented. I'm doing it. Where will we go? What will we do? What will we eat? Who will we see? What will we think? Game is simple. We have 5 rounds to get through, and we basically just have to take the first bus that pulls up, and after that we go and do the thing for the round at the place we go. We'll see what happens with our day. Hopefully nothing weird happens, but can't trust it. Some of these buses go to Blizzard Beach, you know? So we're just gonna wait for the next bus to pull up and see what it is. General vibe with the challenge is these buses that are already sitting here, we're not doing those. We're getting the first new bus that arrives. And I did just see one coming around. I'm starting at Disney Springs, which means we will not get a park first. But I think we're gonna start with lunch, because it's like 12:30, perfect lunchtime. You just have to wait for whatever the first bus to pull up is, which here it comes. Driver shuttle, that's not one that I can take. Though it would be funny if this video started with me being a cast member. It's all transfers to Typhoon Lagoon. No, okay, these are buses from, we're gonna get on this Pluto bus, whatever it is. We have to see where it's going. It doesn't say anything yet because it hasn't gotten here yet. Oh my gosh, no way. This is the best. It's going to Fort Wilderness. That's one of my favorites. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, kind of a long bus ride, but, well, no, not that long from Disney Springs. All right, while we're playing Bus Roulette, having the most surprising Disney day ever, I'm gonna share some tips along the way that can be helpful, whether you are having a random day and playing Bus Roulette, or whether you are just having a regular Disney day. One major bus tip, obviously buses are huge for getting around Disney World. The main method of transportation, it is free to use them. And they take you to all the resorts, all the parks, everything. My first bus tip is that when they get here, in 99.9% of cases, they do not just quickly stop and leave if no one is at the bus stop. So if you see your buses sitting there, you probably don't have to run. It can happen that it will pull off while you are walking up, but we know the Fort Wilderness bus just pulled up over here. Let's go hop on. And I guess find some lunch at Fort Wilderness. Hi.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. We're at the Fort Wilderness station. This is the one that is close to the very front, and buses at Fort Wilderness are some of the more complicated buses in Disney World because, as you can see, it's huge. So we are here at Outpost Station right here, and all of the dining is down here. So we have to get down here, which means we have to take another bus to get all the way down there. There are a couple of different routes we can take, and the question is, what do we do if a bus that's going to a different park pulls up first? Do we then have to leave Fort Wilderness? I don't know. We'll fight that battle when it comes. Maybe ask Fry, because she made this challenge up. While we wait, my bus ride was 15 minutes. And that was after sitting at Disney Springs for about 8 minutes. So all in, a little like a 25-minute commitment to get over here to Fort Wilderness from Disney Springs. Oh, good. This is a Fort Wilderness bus. We don't have to deal with our complicated issue. Settlement Yellow and Pioneer Hall, that's where we're headed. We've arrived at the settlement stop. It's kind of hard to keep track of all of these different names for all the different bus stops here at Fort Wilderness. But this is the kind of where it's happening, Fort Wilderness. All the recreation is back here, so where you can find Tricycle D Ranch, meet the horses. It's also where you can get some grub, rustle up some grub, would be a good way of saying that. I said, have you guys heard of, what is it, Vittles? Rustle up some Vittles? I said that one time and nobody knew what I was talking about. Emma did. She's from Tennessee. Yeah, there's lots of fun back here at the settlement. It's also where the boat launch that takes you over to Magic Kingdom is, which we, of course, cannot take. But we are going to head into the quick service restaurant back here to get some lunch. New bus fact is that the buses will usually have audio keyed to the location that you're going to. So there was like nice music, very similar to the one you can probably hear in the background right now, banjo music, on the way to Fort Wilderness from Disney Springs and on the transfer bus. We're at a Trails Inn restaurant. This used to be a table service restaurant. It is no longer. It is now a quick service restaurant with frontier fixins and friendly folk. They do have mobile order, but I'm gonna go in and just see what they have. It's probably not super busy in the middle of a park day. Some Fort Wilderness offerings are on a site. You can see they've got like different kinds of pizza and like cinnamon rolls. And look at that Buckaroo bread family size. I am not a family of 4, unfortunately, so I cannot eat that right now. They've got gelato, specialty coffee in here, tons of grab and go. And I do think we are going to do some grabbing and going. Maybe not for lunch, although that brisket sandwich is calling my name. But maybe not for lunch, and maybe instead for our dessert with our lunch, because if you know anything about Fort Wilderness, you know it's home to Hoop-Dee-Doo Review, and they have a pretty darn good strawberry shortcake. Mickey bars, that's awesome. Let's look at what they've got hot food-wise. The grilled chicken sandwich has garlic aioli, pepper jack, lettuce, tomato, and vinaigrette on toasted ciabatta, served with french fries. I think that sounds good. And we can get the strawberry shortcake also. That sounds like a plan. Made my selection. I ended up going a little off the wall. I got the smokehouse pizza, despite not knowing what it is, because I'm so curious. I wanted to get something Fort Wilderness-y, but I wanted to have enough room for my strawberry shortcake. House smoked brisket, sausage, and pepperoni. So it's a meat lovers, but with brisket, which I think is pretty Fort Wilderness. And when I checked out, the girl at the register told me that I got the 2 most popular things here, between the pizza and the strawberry shortcake. So she said, good job. And I said, I am a professional. It's not what I said. Oh my gosh, this cheese packet's open. I'm gonna go get a different one. As Disney World pizza goes, it was pretty darn good. I'll also note that each portion, it's 2 pieces really when you get a slice. For about $12. Pizza is one of the most economical things you can eat in Disney World. It's usually a little cheaper. You still get pretty big portions, and you can get full pizzas and feed your whole family, which is great. It's pretty close to the classic puffy pizza, but it's a little thinner and a little crispier. The cheese is nice and melty. I could use a bit more sauce and a bit more cheese, but there's an okay amount. The brisket here adds this like nice smokiness and like meaty chewiness, and I'm really loving this with the red pepper flakes that I added, which you can grab up by the drinks. It was really good. I definitely recommend it. And it's like it was cheaper than all the other entrees and still a really big portion. So great. Our BUS Roulette is off to a good start. I'm a fan of Trails End. It's kind of one note, so if you're staying here, it can get a little, it can be a lot just over and over and over again, particularly because dining is really limited at Fort Wilderness. They do have one of the best restaurants in Disney World, which is Disney's only dinner theater, Hoop-Dee-Doo Review right behind me. We have a full review on the channel. But the thing about Hoop-Dee-Doo is it's a whole show experience kind of thing, not really like a casual restaurant. So really your only like casual dinner option if you're staying here is Trails End. You can also eat at Crockett's Tavern, which is a bar that has some small bites that are good, but it's just very limited, so I didn't get a little one note over time. But I've always enjoyed everything I've gotten there, and the vibes are great. I love the vibes at Fort Wilderness. So let's catch a bus. The view from here of the upcoming Disney Hotel Reflections. It's going to be a Disney Vacation Club hotel. That's Disney's timeshare program. Likely going to be pretty pricey. Looking like balconies are going to be a thing. Pretty big windows and smaller when it comes to number of rooms. So that's under construction right now. And you can follow along for updates about that new hotel on the AllEars website, of course, and our social media. Oh, very interesting. We were going to get on a bus to a park, I presumed, and do character, but the bus that's pulling up right now is to Wilderness Lodge. This is one of the rare circumstances where there's a direct bus between 2 hotels, is with Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge. So we can actually just bus right over to Wilderness Lodge, which is a great tip for the problem I was just talking about if you don't have a ton of dining options. Oh my gosh, now I don't know what we're gonna do there. Character was my intention, so maybe we'll get lucky and there will be a character there. It is a deluxe resort, but if not, we will fall back on one of the other categories. All right, Wilderness Lodge, welcome. We go from a valley resort with Fort Wilderness over to a deluxe. Fort Wilderness is mostly a campground, and they actually have the Disney Vacation Club cabins, which are more of a sort of deluxe studio level. Wilderness Lodge, I just did a tour of Wilderness Lodge. I was just here, which is great because, funnily enough, the buses have taken me to 2 of my favorite hotels in Disney World today, so that's awesome. We're gonna see if we can't find a character here, and if we can't, then we'll swap to another category. maybe activity if something's going on, maybe merch. So we will see what we do, and then we'll carry on to the next place, wherever it may be. But we do know leaving from here that it will be a park or Disney Springs. So that does narrow it down. Considering our options, we're at Wilderness Lodge, deluxe hotel with one of the most beautiful lobbies in Disney World, as you can tell by me filming the ceiling, with a Pacific Northwest Wilderness Lodge theme. So some cowboy, some Native American influences, including some authentic Native American art. And then obviously just the nature of the great outdoors inspired by the national parks. It's just a beautiful hotel, honestly. We have to find an activity. So I don't really want to do a Disney Vacation Club open house. They do have a pin trading board over there, which we could do, but I don't have a pin to trade. But we could do merchandise here, get a pin to trade, and that could be our activity wherever we end up later. But I think I want to find out if there's anything going on recreation-wise here. I can't find any evidence of characters coming about, but we are probably going to scroll down by the pool and see. So I think we're going to go activity. Oh, no, wait, I do know what I want to do. I'm going to check their recreation board just to see if there's anything like super interesting going on. But if not, I do know what I want to do. And if you watched my tour of Wilderness Lodge, you might know what I'm talking about. For Disney World hotels, you can find these recreation resort activity sheets. And these are great because they tell you about all the recreation that's going on at the hotel during your stay, including like moves under the stars. And some of the experiences are upcharged, but a lot of them are free. So this is a great way to check out everything that's going on at your hotel. Usually you can find these by the pool. Let's see, anything going on right now? It's afternoon. So the thing that is catching my interest is this hidden Chippendale photo prop. And if we find it, we get a surprise. I feel like we should try to do that. Find a friend throughout the main building. Go to the front desk. Okay, well, let's look for Chippendale, shall we? I guess we should start down here. It's probably not in like a hallway because that would be tough. I wish I knew what we were looking for, like what it looked like. It's probably not on a hallway because there are a lot of hallways in the main building, so it is most likely in a common space that is like out and about. But we're gonna see if we can find it. I am just gonna check this little lobby area first because just in case. Yeah, no. Let's find Chippendale. I maybe should have checked in the quick service location because they might be there, but oh, no way. They're right here. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, here they are. Chippendale, found. So let's just snap a picture of them. Picture snapped and go show the front desk. See what happens. Okay, so much fun. So I got this super cute Wilderness Lodge button. I'll take a better video of it. It says Disney Family Wellness and it has Wilderness Lodge in the background and Chippendale on it. But what's super cool is that this was the first day I found them and they do move around. And since this is the first day I found them, I got 1 acorn. And so every day, if you find them, you collect up to 4 acorns on your little button. So a super cute thing for like kids to do if you're staying at Wilderness Lodge. I love that so much. It was so fun. It's just a fun little thing that can like add a little bit of fun, a little bit of magic to your kids' day. They can collect their Chippendale acorns. I love that so much. Okay, that was super cool. So let's go get on a bus. So all we have left is activity, ride, and merch. And we know we're headed to a park, so I'm inclined for us to do ride because we're coming from a hotel. So we know that we're gonna go somewhere with a ride, so I'm inclined to do ride. So we'll do that next. Oh, I guess we could do character next. I said activity, didn't I? We do character next. I think we will do character because the characters do tend to go in for the day past a certain time, and I don't want to miss them. So we're gonna do character next with whatever bus comes. Board, I cheated and looked and the board said it was gonna be Animal Kingdom that was gonna be coming next. But in a plot twist, the Epcot bus is here early. So I guess we're going to Epcot. Also, on my last 2 bus rides, I had the same bus driver and he was very confused about what I was doing. But you know what, that's fine. Bam, Epcot. We made it. So bus stop at Epcot, dropped off. Gotta go stroll over. Let's see if we can catch a character because, oh, it's only $2.29. I thought it was like $5. I have no concept of time. Let's see who's out. The easiest way to do this is just to go into the My Disney Experience app and go to the map. Then you can scroll over at the top to characters and hit show list. And that will show us all the characters that are out today. Now it's a little tricky to get their times because you have to go into their actual thing, but we're gonna look at the map and we're gonna look at the ones closest to the entrance because that is closest to the bus stop. I think Figment, unless the wait times are short for Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy, which they are, 10 minutes. No way. Okay, so this is the part of the day where everybody in Epcot is probably in the back of the park. Yeah, 50 minutes for Frozen. Remy's is down, so everyone's in World Showcase right now. Because the park isn't easy to cross, there's no hub. I mean, there is a little, but mostly it's kind of figure 8 shaped. People tend to sort of end up in one big crowd all in one part of the park, and if you are not in that, the park can seem slow even when it's not. So let's go meet Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy in one 10-minute line. It's incredible. In World Celebration. Walking under the Epcot ball to head up to the meet and greet. Really great. This can get a super long line because, of course, meeting Mickey and meeting Minnie can get super long lines in every park. And this is one line where you get to meet Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy all in one after the other, which is, you know, better than 3 different lines, but can mean the line gets pretty long. So awesome that we have caught a 10-minute wait for this. And hopefully that's accurate. One thing to note about character meet and greets, not always accurate. Because the time that characters are spending with each person can vary really heavily, a lot of times the best way to judge if a character meet and greet is a long line is to look at it and think, wow, that's a lot of people. Let's go see my boy, my girl, my other boy, Mickey and Friends. This is so cool. There's a 10-minute wait. Hi, Mickey. How's it going? Oh, pretty good here. I'm playing a game today where I'm just getting on random buses and I'm seeing where they take me. So, yeah, I showed up here. I know. I didn't think I was going to get to see you, but then the bus took me here. So, that's how it works. Can we get a picture? Goofy, I got to show you something. My water bottle. Goofy colors. It's Goofy colors. Yeah. and I'm wearing orange too. You should sign it. I think so. I don't have a Sharpie, do you? You do. Amazing. I would love that since it's Goofy colors. It is. It was missing the blue. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Goofy. That looks awesome. Thank you so much. I gotta be careful not to smear it. Well, thank you. Can we get a picture to commemorate the occasion? Yeah, I know. Let it dry. I'm gonna protect this with my life. Not to be dramatic, but you know. Thank you. It's because it's Goofy colors. It looks so good, right? I know we're matching. Yeah. I'm an honorary goof. Yes, it's you. All over my hat. This is my favorite hat too. Yes, because you're just the cutest. Look, you're all over it. I'm playing a fun game today where I'm just getting on buses and I'm seeing where I go. Yeah, so I wasn't even supposed to end up here and I did. And it's been pretty cool, I got a new Goofy Sign My water bottle. It looks pretty good, so it's been fun. Okay, that ruled. It's just so great to get to see all 3 of those characters at once. And indoor meet and greets always have a little bit more pizzazz. It's easy for you to have energy, it's easy for them to have energy because it's air conditioned. And boy, did they have pizzazz today. Mickey was like super curious about the bus route challenge. Minnie loves my hat, and the best was my man Goofy, who I love. I always like to show him that my water bottle is Goofy colors. And today, he said he would sign it. So he got out and also was missing blue from his pants. So he signed my water bottle, and then he and Mickey helped fan it dry. It was so cool. So I now have an original Goofy signed water bottle. You all know my water bottle is very special to me. I'm gonna be even more upset if I do misplace it. But this is a backup water bottle because I just lost one. So I feel like the likelihood of me losing another student is low. And also I'm much less likely to lose it because it has Goofy's signature on it. I love that guy. He said I was an honorary goof. Well, he nodded really slowly as if it was very obvious that I was a goof. We have the first moving bus that was pulling in is Port Orleans Riverside. We just have ride and merch left. So I guess we're gonna do merch at Riverside because they don't have a ride. Unless I rented a Surrey bike and I'm alone. I could rent a regular bike I'm in a dress. I could do a horse-drawn carriage, but you typically have to book those in advance. They start a little later in the day and they're about $60. If you want to see a horse-drawn carriage, you can check out one of the 90s episodes of the Everything in Disney World series where we did literally everything in Disney World. In fact, if there's anything you want to see in Disney World, it's in that series. Bit of a longer bus ride for us that time because though we're not far from Epcot, it's actually a very short ride from Epcot to Port Orleans Riverside. Port Orleans Riverside, similar to Fort Wilderness, has an internal bus loop, and that means we had to go around to all the bus stops. There's only 4 here, which isn't horrible, 4 or 5. But it still means we had to do the entire loop before getting to the main lobby bus stop. That happens though, it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't think a ride is gonna be in our cards here, unless we took the boat to Disney Springs, but I just don't think that's what it's gonna be. So we got a new merch, which conveniently is located right here at Fulton's General Store. I like this resort a lot. Especially in the moderate category. It might be my favorite, but I am from the South, and a lot of things about Port Orleans are themed to things that are nostalgic for me. So that's why. But I'm around a merchandise shop. This is funny. I was watching Fry's Bus Roulette this morning, and she literally also came and saw this merch, which is something we see on stage all the time. He wears this all the time. He loves it. It smells really good in here, like weirdly good. I like the lavender. Remember a few years ago when Disney was super into doing like the colors, like rose gold was huge. They would do it in cupcakes and in spirit jerseys and lounge flies and everything. I was a writer for AllEars back then. I wrote about all of that, and our reporters would come out here and take pictures of everything. Cute autograph book. Don't need an autograph book though because I've got the only signature that matters on my water bottle. You know, I've had my eyes on these because how cute is that? But I do know that these are not, they're very comfortable here, but I do know they get caught in escalators and people have gotten hurt, which deters me. Oh my gosh, I forgot it's August, which means in Disney World it's Halloween. Really like 3 weeks until, not even 3 weeks. I think it's next Friday. I'm doing Mickey's Not So Scary after I film this, which is very soon for Halloween, but I love spooky season. I'm excited for Halloween Horror Nights at the end of the month, so. Oh, that's cute. That's especially cute considering where we've been today. A little cowboy collection. I love. I'm trying to expand my Disney hats collection, but I think I'm gonna do so with some particularly good hats from the AllEars store. We have hats, in addition to some awesome t-shirts. Always adding more designs. We'll tell you about them in videos, wear them, but keep checking. You never know when you might catch a new design. That is pretty cool, or a limited edition design. I used to be obsessed with Disney water bottles. I would get them all the time. Really mugs, any drinking vessel, but mugs and water bottles in particular. Mugs used to be my go-to. If I was in Disney World, I would immediately beeline for the mug wall. There's some good ones right now. I like Skull Island down there, but that kind of mug is never practical. These are really working for me. Mellow Blend, Goofy, Quacked Espresso Coffee, Mickey and Minnie, so cute. I love those. But what we're gonna pick out is gonna be Port Orleans specific merchandise because we're at Port Orleans, so we might as well. Port Orleans is a very popular resort, mostly French Quarter, but folks love Riverside as well. And so they have ears and a hoodie and fishing the day away. I've never fished here. I fished many other places in Disney World, but not here. I should fish here. But some cute stuff. This is so cute. I love this. I know this is like a mug, but I feel like drinking out of this would be a little annoying, so I would use this as a little flower vase. This is, I think, going to be our merch pick, since we have to pick something specific, is this one. And with that, let's go see what our next bus is. Say bye to Port Orleans. Oh man, going to River Roost right now would be so fun. I mean, it's not open for maybe like another hour, but they have really good drinks, really good bartenders, and often some zany live music from none other than Yeehaw Bob, who is kind of a exciting piano player. Bus Roulette is so much fun, by the way. Everybody say thank you, Fry, in the comments. Because this was her idea, and you guys really liked it. And so I figured we'd try it again, and boy, I see what she goes on to. This is so much fun. The Disney Springs bus just pulled up, which is where we started, which is funny. We didn't actually do anything there. We just started there. Hi. Very convenient because I parked there. But I didn't plan this at all. That's so cool. And you might be thinking, there are no rides at Disney Springs. Au contraire, mon ami. There are rides, just maybe not the kind you're thinking of. All right, back at Disney Springs, where I started. Okay, crazy. So let me go through security, head in, and we're gonna find out what ride we're gonna do. We have very limited options. So Disney Springs actually has a number of attractions. There are only 4 things that I would truly consider a ride, which is what the category is. It's not attractions. There's a couple that I would consider activities. You've got the Aerophile, which costs $30, and I recently did in our same challenge, different cities video, our 1,000-mile challenge. So that one, I don't really want to do. Amphicar, extremely expensive, not in our budget. If you see me walking into Anthropology right now, mind your business. And then the Marketplace Carousel and the train, which are both kid-geared rides. Now, there are no free rides in Disney Springs. Even these rides that I'm headed towards, the kid ones, you have to pay for them. It's not expensive. It's like $5, but I mean, you really shouldn't do these unless you like have got to bribe your kid out of a tantrum or something. Just because most likely, if you're watching this video, you're not just in Disney World for Disney Springs. There's a lot more to do than this little Marketplace train and the carousel. Now, they're both right here. The Marketplace train is here, the carousel's over there. Kind of to the right of Disney Springs. If you're facing the water, headed to your right, you'll find them. I'm gonna flip a coin to see which one I'm doing. Heads train, tails, carousel. Tails, carousel. Okay. That's good because I prefer the carousel to the train. The train is very embarrassing to do as an adult. The carousel, slightly less so. Quite a line for the carousel though, not as much for the train. Still, I think we'll be on the next ride. Now this carousel is painful because the horses are pretty small. I'm gonna ride in this pseudo teacup. No, yeah, I'm gonna ride in the pseudo teacup. If I can get in. Push it in. I think this spins. That's crazy. Okay, it's very exciting. The teacup is much more comfortable than the horses. Let's see how fast we can spin it. With one arm. Oh, it's harder to spin than like a regular Disney. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Much easier if you go this way. Oh, this is gonna make me sick if I do this for long. But I'm just demonstrating that it's possible. Okay, that's enough of that. Wow, you can really get this spinning. Pro tip for dads. If you wanna take your kids for a wild ride, go sit with them in this tiny teacup on the Disney Springs carousel. It costs $5 a head. You could really get this thing going. I like barely spun it with my left hand, and I'm still spinning from doing that. It does not feel as like speed locked as the Magic Kingdom ones. Emma would love this. I gotta get her on this thing. What a great finale to our bus roulette. This has been a weird day. A good day. What a weird day. Everything before this point was really good. This is the only thing that I would not call recommendation worthy on this list. I had so much fun with y'all today. Thanks for coming along on our exploration. If you're still here, drop this secret code in the comments so I know you made it all the way, and like the video. Helps us out a ton. Don't forget to subscribe either because we upload tips, games, challenges, and more from Disney World and beyond all week. Why? Because we're serious about fun here. See you guys next time.